and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Thank you for liking, watching and sharing the content that has been posted on this page. Let me state here that this page is for teenagers and for the young adults. So here we post edifying, informative and transformative content for our teenagers and young adults. All right, so today I want to talk about a very age-long issue. From my experience as an educator and as a counselor, I have faced this issue headlong with my clients and my counselees and my students. And so I am here to provide solutions. But first, I want to expose the damaging effects of this issue in the lives of our teenagers and our young adults. And so what are we talking about today? The stronghold of pornography. The stronghold of pornography. From the standpoint of an educator and a counselor, I want to state that pornography is truly a stronghold. It's not just a hold. It has now become a stronghold. A stronghold. And many of our children, many teenagers and young adults are slaves in this stronghold. And I imagine why people would have themselves videoed, how people would lose their self-respect and dignity and stoop so low and be filmed by others. That's how bad this pornography has become. And sadly, it is the most viewed content. It is the most watched. Many children are watching this daily, per second. Technology has done us more harm than good. An innocent child picks up his or her device and wants to just, chat or perhaps check up something or do a research. And unfortunately, what pops up are pornographic pictures. And this child is curious and, just wants to know what is beyond the cover. And suddenly, he or she becomes glued to it. That's what they tell us. I just went online to check on one or two things, and this is what happened. I saw something like this, and then I clicked on it, and I saw the video, and I began to watch. And when I watched one, I couldn't help myself. I had to watch the next one, and suddenly I watched the next one, and I became addicted to it. In fact, I wait till when it's night, and then by 10 p.m. when I'm alone in my room, I begin to watch this and that and that and that and that, and before I knew it, I became addicted to it. I could not help myself anymore. I began to masturbate. Thereafter, I began to help myself. If I can't go to meet somebody else, I do it myself. That's the issue. That is the problem. So many of our teenagers are under the stronghold of pornography, and it's disheartening because the damaging effect outweighs. It doesn't have any good effect. So the effect it has on our children is really destructive, is deadly, is cancerous, is a deadly virus that if we don't control, if we don't stop it now, the world is not safe. We'll have serial rapists everywhere looking for avenues to just let go of their emotions. Our children will not be safe anymore because we don't know who is who. And that's why we need to pay key attention to this. Our children are not safe. And to the teens and to the young adult watching this video, you are not safe. You are not safe. And you need to safeguard yourself and safeguard others. Now, what are the damaging effects of pornography? First thing is that it makes you an outcast socially in the society. It makes you an outcast in society. From my experience, I've observed that people who are addicted to pornography find it difficult to blend in society. They want to just have their quiet time, their space, and continue and in that act and indulge themselves in that act. They don't have a safe fit in the society. They don't know how to relate with people. They have lost the touch with humanity. And just imagine how that will spell out in days to come, in years to come, when your child cannot fit into society. That's one of the damaging effects it has on that child, that youth, that young adult, that married couple. Because even some married couple are also addicted to pornography. Another damaging effect it has on them is that you become a slave to pornography. There's hardly anybody who watches pornography who is not a slave to it. You eventually become a slave to it. You are addicted to it. It dictates your emotions. And with time, you won't be acting normal anymore. That's the truth. The bitter truth is that with time, it controls you. You start acting weird. It controls you. You become a slave to this pornography. And that's and the thing that most of our youth and teens do not want to understand. You become a slave to pornography. And when you become a slave to pornography, it distorts the flow of thoughts into your mind. You cannot think straight anymore. You're wondering why you're not performing well academically. Some of you are under the bondage of pornography. Many of you, when you want to study, your mind is beclouded. Before you know it, you are seeing naked pictures. And you want to just take time to process it. And suddenly, you see that you are declining academically. You can't help yourself. You have become a slave to it. Spiritually, you are nowhere. You see yourself as a sin that God cannot save, because when you look at it, I'm so unworthy. This is what I've done in time past. It has become a barrier before you and God. You've been far from God because you have become a slave to sin. Pornography has nothing good to offer. The earlier the better. Whenever you are faced with that temptation, please and please. The wise saying says that you cannot stop what flies over your head, but you can stop it from building a nest on your head. So of course you cannot stop this content. You go on the road, you see it. You pick up your device, you see it. You tune in your TV, you see it. But you can stop that from building a nest on your head. You can decide to turn your eyes from it. You can decide to tune in or to change the station. You can decide to put your phone away. You can decide to speak to somebody else about this if you are struggling with it. So pornography has a stronghold. And many of our children, teens and youth are under this bondage. If you are a parent watching this, you need to censor what your children watch. You need to give them additional attention. You need to speak to them. Don't assume that they are innocent. Don't assume that the world is innocent. This world that we live in is not innocent, and your children will not be spared. They go to school and they mix up with a lot of children who have been, entrapped by this stronghold of pornography. I speak from experience. I speak from experience. And we can save our children. We can save the teens and the young adults. We can save ourselves from the glooming danger that awaits us if we ignore this. So till I come your way next time, please and please and please, take heed to yourself. Pornography is a stronghold. So in the next video, I'm going to be exposing, I'm going to be sharing how you can safeguard yourself, all right, and also how you can deliver yourself. You need to deliver yourself, all right. So stay tuned. Please do well to like and share the video, comment. Have a wonderful day.